Okay, Shalom, Shalom. It's the brother Kadash. I want to start off by giving our praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakah Kwadash. This is Revelation 13, verse 15. And he had power to give life into the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many should not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he caused of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell, save he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here's the wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 603 score and six, right? So the no, check out what's on your screen. This is East Palestine launched a digital ID program days before a disaster. So we continue seeing this come on and off. It's almost like it's flashing on and off until it's finally just fully here. But there's been a big thing and a big push to go digital. And one of the things that's very big with the whole digital world is a digital ID. So when you read Revelations 13 and you say no man could buy or sell, we can see the system being built where you're not going to be able to buy or sell unless you have digital currency and a digital ID, right? And you can't just make that up out the air. So there has to be a device to carry these digital payments, right? So right now, your phone, you could pay from one phone to another phone. Your phone has a chip in it, and that's why it's able to do that. So we understand that the MOTB is the C hip, right? So let's keep going. So we all know what happened in East Palestine, right? So this is what they do. It's called order out of chaos, right? So they create false flag attacks, which we got to be careful about what we're saying, right? And they create things, and then from those things, they come with, most of the time, the way the devil's going to do is he's going to take even more of your rights and your freedoms and your personal space and your privacy, pretty much. But he has to create these things in order to move on to the next step. You see what I'm saying? So it's all deception. It says, according to a new opinion by Sheckwab, the future of global hegemony would depend on the mastery of cutting edge technology. See, this is what it's about, and this is what's against the Lord. This technology, because with this technology, they're trying to be gods, man. But they're trying to be like on the Lord's level. They're trying to be God themselves with this technology, the way they're trying to control the world. But pretty much, the Lord has a problem with this, and they're even going to try to use this technology to fight against the Lord. That's why they have their things like the Space Force and everything, which there's a lot of technology going into that. So let's keep going. Cutting edge technology. That's what the MOTB is, man. It's cutting edge technology that was before confined to science fiction, right? With such power in mind, technologies advancing, um, synthetic biology, artificial intelligence, and other tenets of the so-called Fourth Industrial Revolution as described by the World Economic Forum. Look who's behind this, man. So it was science fiction at first, but when you were growing up, well, back in my age, right? These new kids don't know anything about this, but when you were growing up, you had things that we watched a lot of science fiction, but we all knew that one day the science fiction things will actually come true. These were all things that they were trying to create, like a let's just say like a chariot, like a UFO. Esau's trying to create that for himself. He has different spaceships and stuff like that that could do different things, but not on the level of the real chariots. You see what I'm saying? Project Bluebeam, flying cars. That was all science fiction, but these are things that Esau's creating now. And a digital cashless system. All science fiction, but these are things through advancement of technology that he's being able to create now. And it's ultimately the Lord is giving him this technology for prophecy to be fulfilled, right? So it says, has started to infiltrate our daily lives. It says a digital ID is arguably the best illustration of the need of a technocratic elite and utilize these technologies. So they're talking about, and I ain't finna go on to the next one. So they're talking about a digital ID, right? So this is how deeply ingrained this purpose is in the plans of the elite. It's demonstrated by the hamlet of East Palestine, Ohio. The biggest news to come out of the town before it made headlines for being the site of one of the worst, um, catastrophes, environmental catastrophes in American history, appear to be another version of the ongoing project to integrate digital surveillance right, cap. Here, let me see where I'm at. Digital surveillance capabilities, right, into public infrastructure. East Palestine My ID program. Hold on. I'm dealing with something behind camera. Hold on, real quick. Okay. Dealing with stuff behind camera. Got to get all your stuff together, right? Okay, so where's I at? East Palestine My ID program. So now we have to look this up. There's the East Palestine My ID program. Or I guess it's speaking about it right here, right? It says which will provide residents of the municipality and the nearby Unity Township. So even the nearby Unity Townships. Now Ohio is not that far from Illinois. So I'm in Illinois myself, right? So we got to see how far this stuff reach. With digital IDs, I'm sure to make it here. I'm sure to make it here. So now they saying, look, with digital IDs was formally stated in late January. So I mean, and then you had like the past president Trump. He came out and he was talking about building like new cities, which we know they're going to be smart cities, but he called them freedom cities, and he said something about pretty much flying cars, being able to land vertical, new technologies and stuff like that. He was speaking about that, so we could see their plan. If you through the spirit you can see Esau's plan. If you read the Bible, you can see what the plan is of the beast of the Edomites. You can see what the plan is to come with this whole new digital world, man. And that's where we get the MOTB at, man. And the image of the beast, all that stuff, right? This is it. His image is he wants to go internet of all things, digital everything. We're pretty much, digital currency. He wants to have control and godlike power over the earth, man. He says the ideal was to give emergency responders access to the digital health profiles of the patients they would be caring for. So we always see this come on and off. So we may say, okay, in the year 2015 they was talking about digital IDs, but then it went away. Does that mean that we're wrong? No, maybe we have the wrong timing, just like prophets in the Bible had the wrong timing with making prophecies, right? But we're still right about the prophecy. It just hasn't happened yet. We always say we don't know when each and every prophecy is going to happen. There's no year, there's no day for each and every prophecy. This prophecy will be fulfilled on this day. That's not how it works. So we could give our personal opinion, and sometimes people take our personal opinion as saying pretty much that's biblical. No, we might give our personal opinion, say I believe in the next couple years. You see what I'm saying? But it could be the next 5 years. We have to really have to start reevaluating things, and we have to realize that we may actually be here for the next 5 years. We may be here for the next 10 years. It's very possible, right? Now, do I think that? No, my personal opinion is I don't think that. I think next couple years. But at the same time, it could be the next 10 years, especially when you look on the ones of us that call ourselves in the truth, the Israelites. When you look at the whole Israelite thing, it's a complete mess. So we may be here for the next 10 years, right? But we know that going into the MOTB, but me personally, I think the next couple years. You see the difference? It's very simple. We could be here for 1 year. We could be here for 100 years. We could, but I personally think the next couple years. You see what I'm saying? So I mean, it's we got to slow it down for people. But we could clearly see that the world, right, and really NATO, the beast, the NATO members and their allies are pushing for a digital system. Now, it always starts off with, well, we need this for health patients, right? so we can have a digital profile for them, so we can care for them, so we need you to take this new digital technology we got so we can take care of you and help you. But really, we're the ones that caused the problem. You see how it works? This is exactly how it works, you know. So you can't be fooled by these things, right? It says the Smart ID program for East Palestine was initially introduced in October 2022. So this is already introduced. So it was already planned. So you got to ask about the thing that actually happened there, right? That's been all over the news. Was that actually in the plans too? You know, so people call us conspiracy theorists and stuff like that. But I mean, it's kind of be like what we always used to say, like Esau's getting sloppy. It's kind of becoming obvious now. I mean, so it's very simple. We know they're trying to get a digital system, digital currency, right? And with that comes digital technologies. One may call it the C hip. If you put it together, you might get something. You know what I mean? But these digital technologies is the mark of the beast, the C hip. If you take it, you're gonna be destroyed. They're gonna make it to the point where you ain't gonna be able to buy or sell. Pretty much, you're gonna have to live off this new technology they're gonna come with. If you don't, you're gonna be like an outcast, and you ain't gonna be able to tap in into their society because their whole society is going to be digital cash with these new technologies to go along with them. So this is just a little update just in case you didn't know. With that, I'm going to say salvation to the elect. Shalom.